Alright, let me do a mic check real quick. Mic check 1, 2, 3. We should be good to go. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever broadcast of the Shake and Bake Racing League, as we are just about to start the session here with the second heat race of the preseason, starting in a couple minutes. Obviously, we are currently broadcasting on my personal channel. Hello there, my name is Vibes. Due to some constraints on the official Shake and Bake Racing League channel, but on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the first round at Daytona International Speedway, will be live in the official Shake and Bake channel. So without further ado, let's see if the session is up and let's get things rolling. Seems that the session is not up yet, so we're gonna give it a little bit more time. Hold on here a minute, we might have some technical difficulties. Let's see here.
50 left.
No, it's bugged out.
Everybody reset it.
Yeah, I keep on like closing it, and reopening it to see if it keeps on if it would do that.
Alrighty. Let's see here. Sorry about that, guys. We're experiencing some technical difficulties
Unavailable.
with iRacing.
Dude, why is my voice on the fucking stream, bro?
It said the event was
it's on
canceled.
stream right now. That's the
Ooh,
event.
mine
was
saying
canceled.
restricted.
Yeah, we have to. Somebody has to start a hosted session instead.
I know
Who's doing that?
we're restricted.
Who's
Why
doing the
was it
hosted?
canceled?
Who's doing the hosted?
Somebody started. I'm eating.
Hey yo, by the way, your mic's on. By the way, on the stream, so.
Yeah, I know.
Really? Hi, everyone.
Oh, there he is. Everyone can be heard because we're having some technical difficulties, so we're trying to get this going, but I have no idea what happened. iRacing is
Alright, I'm pausing this damn stream because I'm not gonna listen to this. Cause I'm talking and I'm listening to myself talk, so like.
yeah, it's just for a little bit until we get this fixed up.
Am I supposed to be doing something? Because I left.
No.
Okay, so it is iRacing having issues.
Yeah, it's
Thought
definitely
it
not
was-
us, so.
Yeah, I thought it was me for a second. I got so worried.
Nah, you're fine.
Alright, do you want me to create a hosted?
Sure, but there's gonna be random people joining in, so.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
I
make
can
it
make
private.
it private.
You
Ah,
can password
true.
protect it as
True.
well.
True. Alrighty. Make sure that green white checkered is on, all options are on.
All right.
Yeah, make it private.
Session name.
Just do like shake and bake too, or something.
Password is going to be
Oh,
One-
hold on. There. Alright, there. Yeah, don't worry. I admitted it. Right. SM Don't worry, guys. We will get this working. Don't worry. All right, here we goes. Here we go, boys. We are. Yep, I racing got the heebie-jeebies today. Yeah, we're still live, but you guys are muted, so for the password and everything. So while we wait for this server to go, how's everyone in chat going? What's up, Boogie? Let me know when it's live. Alright, boys, sorry about the wait, but we are joining in finally. Got some technical difficulties there with iRacing not putting the session up for us to join. But we are joining now to get this second heat race going from the Shake and Bake pre-season. As we're getting ready to go underway here, a 7-car field by how it seems to get today. So 5 drivers will be getting some points. The top 5 get awarded points. First place 5 points, second place 4, third place 3, fourth place 4, and fifth place 1, with a bonus extra point for grabs for the driver with the fastest lap that is inside the top 5. As we are just ready to go, and we should be good to go. As here we are, finally in after having some difficulty, but we are finally here. As we have a practice session currently in place, 50 minutes of practice followed by the 50 lap race, and we should have a fun one tonight. See, there's 76 degrees Fahrenheit for today, 64% chance of rain, although we do have some clear skies as of right now. Hopefully no rain for the remainder of the race. As we see now some of the drivers rolling in. As we are just awaiting for this practice session, 5 minutes in. As we take a look at some of the drivers there. As there you see getting some laps in. That is the 72 of John Fieldley, who was absent the first heat race. So a little bit behind the points, hopefully looking to score some points tonight to try and get him into the standings. As we have here 4 drivers that did score last heat race, with Carter Brookmeyer in the 62, as you see there, championship leader. With a 3 wide finish in the first heat race to get him into the championship lead. Another one of those drivers that was in that 3 wide finish, Jaden Newson, who was originally pointed as P4, but after a post-race review at the photo finish, actually finishing P3, beating the 11 of Gino Zito. Man, oh man, can't wait for the action today. 50 laps around Daytona, half the race of Tuesday. So we will see how this goes. There is the 51 of Joshua Vickery, who gained himself 2 points last heat race. 1 point for finishing in P5 in the top 5, and another point for getting the fastest lap of the race. As you can see, they're trying to take Jaden there on the outside. In the 24 Mobile 1, there is Damon Marotta, who unfortunately failed to score some points last heat race. Hopefully trying to change that here tonight, put him in the standings before going into the Daytona 250 Tuesday at 8 p.m. 8:30 p.m. I should say, Eastern Time. As we are just about to go here to 5 minutes until the race, with these drivers getting in. Oh, Damon goes into the outside wall there. Just rose up the track, and I think he is gonna lose the draft here on both Josh and Jaden. As here comes more of the drivers. There is the 11 of Gino Zito, who, like Jaden, was originally put on P3, but after the finish, Jaden Newson beat him by a nose hair, and Gino Zito puts gets put down into P4 as here comes Jaden and Gino side by side. Gino's gonna back out of it. And the 3 will remain. As there is Carter Brookmeyer. Teammate Kelly Walton behind him, still haven't really gone a lap in here in the practice session. Kelly Walton was unfortunately involved in many racing incidents last round. Hopefully he makes up for that today, as here comes Gino Zito, another one of his teammates here, all 3 members on the Toyota for Badass Racing. Here it is. Oh. And there go the 3 on the track. Team practice. See here, just a couple minutes left in this practice session. Nice laps getting put in. And here, let's take a quick look here at the standings. So there is the championship standings. Carter Brookmeyer, as previously mentioned, in the lead with 5 points for Badass Racing. Jaden Newson, 3 points for him. He is in second. Josh Vickery tied with him. Or sorry, no, 1 point below. 2 points for Comet Motorsports. Comet Motorsports trying to catch up to Badass Racing, as there is still, I believe, 2 points below. And Gino Zito with 2 points as well, currently tied with Joshua Vickery. As we are just about to get this session started. Oh, a little bit of a shakeup there. Kelly Walton, unsure what happened there. It's just 2 minutes underway. Carter comes in, Gino comes in, and Kelly is going to slow down significantly. So just a little bit under 2 minutes to go racing. We will see how these drivers take the challenge tonight. And ready for the Daytona 250 on Tuesday, which again will not be broadcasted on this channel. We will take that to the official Shake and Bake Racing League channel. So if you want to continue watching the broadcast of this league, you should definitely go subscribe over there. That is where all the coverage will be at. As members of Badass Racing coming back out with just a minute to go, so they won't get much time now here. As there's Jaden Newson, owner of Comet Motorsports, trying to overtake them on the outside. I will say this, Ford and Toyota in this series, not the bestest of friends, we'll just say that. With a lot of the Toyota drivers getting involved in wrecks with the Fords last heat race, which was on broadcasted. As we have 10 seconds remaining, as the drivers prepare for it. No qualifying tonight, but there will be qualifying on the race on Tuesday. So here we go, getting ready. There is one final look at the championship standings, as we are just about to get going. Here are the practice results. Kelly Walton with the
Where do we find the Toyota chart?
fastest lap. As we are just getting ready
Thank
to
you.
go. Oh, never mind, there is qualifying. So they will edit this. There will be a 5-minute qualifying session, so we'll see how they do here. Kelly Walton putting up the fastest lap of the race with 47.722. As here riding on board with John Fieldley in the 72, coming across the line. Does he have the time? Pretty sure he is going to be the first one to set a time. As now everyone starting to come out of pits.
Damon, your pack's farther up.
Yes, you will be able to hear some team radio there, as you saw. Three minutes left to go here in qualifying. As there is the first lap made. John Fieldley with a 50.32. At 176 miles per hour. Coming into the turn, 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. 175, 180 coming out of 4, trying to find some improvement. He's still a little bit off of the yellow line, which is the optimal line here. No improvement found, running a 50.41. And I'm guessing that no one else is gonna try to qualify, or never mind. There is a big pile up here. Some good racing going on. And Damon Marotta is the one to set it a 48.77. Running with the fours here, Common Motorsports. Josh Vickery follows him up with a 49.93. As you will see a lot of drivers now going out with their teams. As, oh, Damon hit the wall there a little bit. Coming out of 4. Is any improvement found? Yes, there is. Joshua Vickery, a 48.52. My goodness. with just 30 seconds left in the session. Joshua Vickery with one of, if not the fastest lap in this league so far. And right now, it is a 1-2-3 for Comet Motorsports. The Fords dominating the Toyotas. The final across the line. Any improvement found? It does not seem like it.
My God, I'm so sorry.
And there is improvement found. And it is all on Badass Racing. There's a wreck.
I did not even see you coming up.
But Carter Brookmeyer puts his Toyota on pole position.
Right at the end.
A 47.60 followed by
yeah.
a wreck.
Dude, my bad, Carter.
Wow, as Common Motorsports was dominating, it is Badass Racing who pulls up in front. That is unbelievable. What a run that was for the Toyotas. A 47.60.
Hell yeah, dude. I wish I could see you talking.
I'm gonna try and get the results of the qualifying. And here they are. Carter Brookmeyer.
Whoa.
Wow. That was just an unbelievable lap for him. But here we go. As we are getting ready here to start off this heat race. Here is the grid. Carter Brookmeyer puts his number 62 Toyota on pole position with an unbelievable lap. John Waite in the number 1 P2, one of the few Chevys here, with the second one being John Fieldley in the 72. Kelly Walton puts his Toyota into P3, Gino Zito P4, then it's Joshua Vickery P5, Damon Marotta P6, Jaden Newson P7, and John Fieldley rounds off the grid in P8. As we are about to get things started. And obviously, a lot of drivers here looking for those points. Only 3 drivers won't score points in this race. Some drivers like Damon or Kelly Walton looking for points.
Come on, guys.
After
Stay in your lane.
After having a no-point race last
Have a good race,
time.
everybody. Have a good race.
And drivers like John
Good luck,
Fieldley
guys.
and
Let's keep it clean. 50
John
laps,
Waite
a long way. There's not
looking
many
for
of us,
points
so
as they lost
have
out
some fun.
on that last
Top
heat
5
race.
get points.
So here we go, as you saw there, stated by Jaden Newson,
Cautions are
top
there.
5
Don't wreck.
have points. As we
Fastest
are
lap also gets one.
getting ready to go here.
Let's go, boys. Let's get it up and good luck to the rest of y'all.
50 laps.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Ready
Gotta
to
go green here
go.
at Daytona, everybody. Let's do it.
Here at Daytona, coming to the line. And here we go to the restart, son.
Boogity,
You
boogity,
gotta
boogity,
shake
boogity.
it before you bake it. Green flag at Daytona. And Carter Brookmeyer with an amazing start. Kelly Bolton right behind him. The white car on the outside. That I believe will be John Waite. And it will be. He's going to run that outside. The Chevys, only 2 Chevys this race, cramped up with 3 Toyotas and 3 Fords. Brookmeyer going to hold on to the inside lane with his teammates, but John Waite's getting a big push by Gino Zito. And Waite is going to quickly take control of this race. Moves down. No, stays in his lane. Now he's going to move down. Gino moves down. And that's going to leave the Fords up. As coming into turn 2. The outside lane quickly having no momentum now. As the inside lane is going to completely dominate that turn 2 exit. And Gino might trying to push as much as he can. A little bit of movement there by Waite. Coming out of 4. It is Damon Marotta in the Mobile 1 who's going to lead the outside. Waite goes high to block, and that is going to allow Gino, Kelly, and Carter, Badass Racing, to get the lead. Oh, he gets turned. Does he save it? No, he does not.
What are we doing?
And a big wreck already.
Jeez, man, you can't take control of your car?
And a lot of
You say my
frustration
name. That was not me, bro.
already setting in.
I was in the back.
Is the caution gonna get called?
Do we not have damage on?
Caution?
And now the caution will come out. A delayed caution.
Gotta be a little bit better in the car.
As we'll take a look at that. A risky move by John Waite will cost the first caution of the race.
Somehow it says I have a 1-minute towing. Now I have a 3-minute towing. I don't know how that happened, but it's not you never know.
Gildy, who was also
Keep what you want to say to
involved
yourself,
in that
guys.
wreck.
This is on the stream. Talk to your team.
Let's try and get this replay here as best as we can. There was a lot of movement there by John Waite, but
Coming out of 4, guys. I'm in clear.
getting it turned like that, as we see here what cost it first. It was
back stretch.
in this turn right here that cost it. Getting pushed by
When we go green, probably we'll
Damon.
be 2 minutes down. Or 2 minutes down, 2 laps down, my bad.
Clipped a little bit. As you can see there, he just goes completely sideways. I have no idea how he managed to save it. And just as we thought he saved it, there obviously you see everyone trying to avoid it. He comes down and just unfortunately clips the entire front of the 72. And that is John Fieldley. 2 Chevys collide. Teammates at Vibes Motorsports. And that is just very unfortunate. Let's take a replay at that. Trying to go into onboard on his perspective on that. My goodness. as we are still under caution. It looks like it's gonna be Gino Zito in the number 11 that is gonna be restarting
damage off.
at the front. John Billy now
Jaden,
coming
come on, man.
out of pits. He is unfortunately going to be one lap down. Well, what happened here? John Waite halted on the
I'm
track.
not sure.
As we will
Guys, stop talking on this, by the way.
get ready to go to 1 to green now, I believe. So we will see how this restart treats everyone. There, as you see, communication, John Fieldley getting the wave around, and there he goes flying by. But oh my, 3 laps in already, and we have ourselves a wreck that shook up a lot of drivers here, as we, I believe, will come now to 1 to go. Yes, we will, as teammates Gino and Bruckmeyer are going to be lined up next to each other. Kelly Walton behind them as well, so this will be once again a 1-2-3 for a Badass Racing. So for a good start for them, I mean, you can't really ask for a better start for those Toyotas. Those Fords struggling a little bit. Not as much as the Chevys, though. The Chevys involved in the wreck, unfortunately. We will see now as pace car comes to backstretch. Everyone getting ready to go green once again. As Carter there is slowing it down a little bit. Let's see here what happened with John Waite earlier. He was sitting on the track. I'm not sure what happened there, but I believe he will be a lap down. No, he will not. He will actually be in P7 with John Fieldley. So it is a perfectly stacked restart with the Toyotas up front, followed by the Fords, and then the Chevys. I mean, you can't really ask for a better order. A completely organized order coming to the restart. That is very amusing. But here we go now. Coming to the green flag. Gino Zito, Indy number 11, controlling the start. To the restart zone, and we go green once again at Daytona. And both lines moving perfectly with one another. Side by side go the teammates into turn 1. As you can see there, Kelly Walton blinking a little bit. Might have some connectivity issues. Oh, Newsom with a big run to the middle. A bold move by Jaden Newsom. Completely ditches Carter Brookmeyer on the outside. And we might have a toggle. Carter's to the outside wall. After getting hit by Joshua Vickery. And that will drop him all the way down from a battle for first to P6. As Jaden Newsom's bold move may have just worked to perfection like he wanted to. And now the Fords are going to dominate the high side. Here comes the Toyotas back on the low side. Chevy's behind. To the back stretch. As now this is where that
My
Intl
bad.
is concerned. To move! What happened there? Some shakeup there with the Fords. 2 drivers hitting the outside walls. You see there an apology on the radio by Jay Newson, and Damon is once again into the wall. Struggling to hold his line a little bit, as now that's going to give the Toyotas the shot that they needed to take control once again of this race.
Jeez, this track's all over the place.
Oh boy. See a battle for first between the 3 teammates. Here comes Newson once again, as Carter Bruckmeyer might just fall out of that Toyota draft. Now coming back to the draft, and we will indeed see a single file action. To the outside, coming into turn 1. Does Newson have enough push from his teammate? Yes, he does. Does Vickery have enough to clear Gino? He does as well. Damon still not there, trying to find his way into the inside. And he will be denied. And never mind, there he goes to the inside. Fieldly going to the outside alongside Kelly Walton, as here he comes to the bumpers. Damon and Gino, a little bit of swerving there in the back, as now everyone is going to be lined up. It's now battle there at the bottom right of your screen between the 3 Fords. So Jaden Newson now in the comfortable spot that he wanted to be, always likes to dominate the front of the pack. Started in P6, a little bit of a rough start, but now he is going to get drafted all the way by his teammate. Oh, there will be some confusion. Joshua Vickery is turned around.
Don't push the pusher.
By his own teammate. Comes back up the track, hits Gino.
Don't tell your teammate to come into me.
Wow. Unbelievable. And that will bring the second caution of the race. Wow. There is...
That was a close one. I almost got hit.
Gino Zito in the 11.
Hey man, us Chevy Toyota's gotta stick together.
Yeah, Chevy and Toyota stick together here.
Wow.
You're overpower the Ford. That's who we need to overpower here.
Some contact between teammates.
I didn't even tow, there's no damage.
Let's take a look at the replay to take a more in-depth view there on what really happened.
Guys, stop using
There's
this chat for the last time.
Gino Zito there. Let's take a look back at what happened there with Joshua. I mean, that is just, fortunately, as you heard there earlier in the team radio, Jaden Newson, don't push the pusher. That is unfortunately what Damon did. Just accidentally turns over his teammate. And Joshua just not really looking at those mirrors, comes back up the track. And unfortunately, it's the 11 of Gino who will be caused. That wreck just gets fully turned. Oh, man.
Am I supposed to get a wave around?
Almost saved it there, but just hard into the wall, and that
I got you.
was enough to
Thanks.
throw the caution. As we saw here, we didn't see this part. Oh my goodness. Just hard into the pit wall. Oh man. That is just unfortunate. Wow, let's take a look there, riding with Gino Zito on that replay. Oh my goodness. Hard into the wall. That was a very, very
Gino, he's going.
hard hit.
I'm in the pits for 4 minutes as your teammate.
Oh, and he does not sound happy about that. Reasonably so. I mean, you gotta feel it for Vickery, obviously getting
Hypocrite.
turned accidentally by his teammate, but in my opinion, at least, that coming back up the track was not reasonable at all. And I think that after the race, the Shake and Bake marshals will definitely take a look at that in a post-race review. So coming now, 16 laps completed. As now we are gonna go to 1 to green. And it is once again gonna be a 1, 2, 3 for a Comet Motorsports.
Just keep it clean, guys.
That is just an unfortunate position for Gino Zito. Carter Brookmeyer in a P3, he is going to start it off on the outside. He hasn't really been involved in many wrecks today. He was involved in, I believe, only 2 wrecks last heat race, but that 3-wide finish was just incredible.
June, you gotta clear my black flags.
Those points were very, very crucial. Alrighty, here we go as we come out of turn 4. Believe there's only 1 car not on the field, and that is Gino Zito, who I believe got the wave around. No, he is towing, so he won't make the start. As we come here to the green flag, not yet, and there we go. As we go racing once again at Daytona. Jaden Newson, incredible start. Damon quickly gonna get attached to his bumper. Brookmeyer and Vickery side by side into turn 2. Vickery is gonna beat him by just a hinge. And here comes that single file action that we were expecting. Let's take an onboard look here as we ride with Carter Brookmeyer, the championship leader. $187 miles per hour into turn 2, and I believe we have someone that got turned. We do not. We are still green. Coming out of turn 4. Newson will continue to lead the pack, and again, in the comfortable position that he wants. Looking for the race win this time. In the interview last time, he was hoping for a much better improvement, not satisfied with the last race results. Obviously, that photo finish did bring him some joy, but he wants the win. John Wade there, a little bit of a movement there on the outside. That is what caused the first incident. The first time they were toying a little bit with Carter Brookmeyer. As we continue to ride the single file on the inside out of 4. As Gino Zito might just be out of this race with that big hit on the outside. Whoa, a little bit of a movement there by Fieldley to go block that high side and try and get that run. Won't work out. Not a lot of action there at the front by those two Chevys from Vibes Motorsports. As Waite and Brookmeyer will come to the high side to try and make that line stick. And we'll see if it plays out for them. Still running that high side. Can he make it move? No, just losing the draft, not enough. And hopefully they can catch up now back to the pack, as that run cost them a lot. Jay Newson, the only Canadian driver in this league, currently P2 in the standings, as now here comes a push by Damon Marotta. Mercury backs out of it, understandably. So, same mistake does not happen. There goes the Chevys. Go high. Brookmeyer's gonna follow them. This time, do they have enough to get that outside line going? And John Waite is into the wall. Brookmeyer says no thank you and backs out of it. As Newson is gonna give his teammate the lead as he's trying to make it work. Fieldley says no and goes on the middle to make it 3 wide. And what a bold move by John Fieldley. A little bit of a contact there. As there was, I think, a car that was involved, Kelly Walton. Not sure what happened there. Some contact between Damon and Brookmeyer. Brookmeyer goes down. Waite goes down. A bold move by Fieldley, which worked for a second. And now he's back to P4. As here comes John Waite with the push.
I don't know what was that. It's frustrating. I mean, I pushed off the track.
John Fieldley there, a little bit of frustration on the team radio. Oh, John Waite goes below the yellow line. And that mistake is going to cost him. Here comes Newton, Common Motorsports with a big run on the outside.
John, you're all over the place, buddy.
Oh, Vickery's into the outside wall. Damon goes down. Teammates side by side. Joshua Vickery hard into the wall. There's some blinking there with Carter Brookmeyer. That inside lane gonna get going. Newson is shot up the middle. And Fieldley is gonna go back to the single file on the inside. Newson now trying to get in. And he is in. And now he's back out. To the middle, 3 wide. A little bit of a risky move. As Joshua Vickery almost tried to make it 3 wide, but John Waite was there. As he is now into the outside wall there with a little bit of tap. 26 laps to go. A much cleaner race than the last one, I will admit. But nonetheless, we are still getting some clean, good racing, folks. Newson now with the push on Marotta. As it will be a 1-2-4 for Common Motorsports with a Chevy shoved in the middle. Coming to 25 to go. It's still anyone's race. Still a ton of laps left. You can't get too eager and try to win it yet. Or will that will definitely lead into a caution. There is Gino Zito in pit lane getting his car hopefully fixed up so he can try and get back to the track. As John Waite is gonna fall off of the draft. Same thing that happened to Kelly Walton. And now it's a top 5 battle for first. There with the single file action. Brookmeyer blinking there a little bit. As Newson.
JJ, for seeing you here. Everyone else is down that far.
Newson just pushing the 24 as much as he can. Brookmeyer still there. So now both Brookmeyer and Fieldley will have a little bit of a disadvantage as they have no teammates. It's a 1-2-3 Common Motorsports, and they are just going to try and help each other to go all the way to that checkered flag. As one of the many reasons why Carter Brookmeyer won that last race, a lot of teamwork by Badass Racing. And just unfortunately for him, 2 drivers that helped him last race are now stuck behind. Kelly Walton out of the draft. Gino Zito with a big incident. Gino is actually the driver that pushed him to the win. And now he has no options. Unless he is willing to work with the 72 of John Fieldley, that is, of course. 22 to go. Fieldley.
JJ, gonna make a spot exactly.
And just as we said, there is the team communication, radio communication of Brookmeyer trying to work with Fieldley to get and catch up to these Fords. As Fieldley got a little bit of distance. Hopefully he doesn't lose out on the draft. As Jaden Newson there in the 78, let's go on board with him. 187 coming out of 4. 189 on the straight. 192. Just pushing and pushing his teammate as much as he can. As we now reach 20 laps to go. Oh boy. As now Vickery falls back, and that might just give the edge that Brookmeyer and Fieldley needed to try and catch up. As we come to 19 to go. For Damon Murata. Excuse me, I was pronouncing it wrong. Been holding the lead comfortably for a couple laps now. As those Fords are still there dominating. So Kelly Walton and John Waite just trying to catch up as much as they can to the rest of the pack. Gino Zito, unfortunately, out of this one. His heat race is gonna end early. And that is very unfortunate, because Gino Zito was actually one of the drivers that I thought was gonna definitely finish in the top 3. And it's just unfortunate to see him out of this one. Newson to the outside. I think he hit the wall there a little bit. He tapped it. Unsure what happened there as he goes all the way to the back. And now it's going to be Vickery up front. So those Fords now are in a position where Brookmeyer and Fieldley can definitely try and make a move here. As you see there, Damon Murata in the chat, driving and chatting at the same time. How you doing, man? Oh! Joshua Vickery into the outside wall.
We're fine, just go.
We keep it
All you
green.
guys checked up. I just followed the line. I got off the gas, and then all of a sudden, it's just like, sorry, man, but that's not.
A little bit of back and forth talk between Joshua Vickery and John Fieldley as Vickery goes hard into the outside wall on turn 3. And I believe he has some right side damage. And he is going to fall out of the draft. Wow. Unbelievable. And now Comet Motorsports really is endangered as they are sandwiched between a Toyota and a Chevy. There is the 818 of Kelly Walton on your screen as he is going to be lap traffic. Ah, I see now. Damon Murata Sr. So Kelly Walton now is going to go all the way to the back. Going to lead the lead cars through. And it is going to come down to the top 4. The numbers slowly but surely decreasing as we have more and more little incidents like those. Fieldley gets shot up to the outside. This cat is going to put him back down to P4. Newson thinking about going high for Brookmeyer. Brookmeyer sees it coming! Oh, no!
Oh!
Brookmeyer!
What just happened?
What has happened there? Carter Brookmeyer gets shoved
I swear
up
I
the
was behind
track.
you, bro. I'm sorry.
And wow, a big wreck. We're gonna take a replay of
man, that
that.
was violent.
That is gonna throw the caution, and that is gonna allow for those drivers that got lost off the pack
Are you
back
joking,
into
guy?
it. What happened there?
Are you-
Oh
Are you-
no!
Jeez, man, my bad. I didn't see you guys braking.
John Fieldley with
Can you open your eyes, guys?
a caution, wreck
On my
under
left, I didn't see you
caution,
guys slow down. I'm
and
sorry,
that
dude, my bad.
might be
Diamond,
a
did I hit you?
penalty. Oh wow!
Ridiculous, guys.
Hey, tell 51 to check his eyes then too if you're gonna tell JJ.
A lot of talking on that radio, and they are understandably not happy about it. And that will be a penalty, unfortunately, as a lot of drivers now gonna come into pit lane. That is just unfortunate. Wow. And that will be unfortunate. John Fieldley will get the drive-through penalty for that wrecked under caution. As let's take a look at the replay on that crash involving Carter Brookmeyer. As you see their victory into the wall was going just fine, and Brookmeyer just gets turned. He just gets absolutely turned. See if it shows it here. As he did blink a little bit. But that is just... Oh, man.
Hey, Jaded, question.
What's up?
Why do we keep using this chat when we're not supposed to?
It's supposed to be for admin. Not just people blurting out whatever they want to say.
And there is the wreck
It's 72 degrees in Maryland right now.
into the outside wall. Let's take a look
Like,
at that replay involving Jaden Newson. Oh man, that is just... There's John Fieldley into the back. Oh my goodness. Just tussing breaking time. And that not only will get involved in the wreck, but that will be a penalty for him. As let's take a look at his onboard during that wreck. My goodness. He just doesn't see him braking and just straight into him. That is just tough luck for Fieldley, Newson, and the others. Man. As we go green once again. And a beautiful start for Jaden Newson. So 10 laps to go. As a lot of drivers now are back in it. As you see there, the field is stacked up pretty evenly. Side by side, Newson. Oh, Brookmeyer goes up a little bit. I believe he door banged. I believe Brookmeyer door banged Newson there a little bit. 3 wide. Newson, Murata, and Brookmeyer. Damon is still shut up the track. Still 3 wide, trying to come down. And there he goes as he finally clears his teammate Joshua Vickery. Common Motorsports is going to fill that entire outside lane, trying to keep it going. Just that inside is still moving faster. And they will get it to move faster. As now here comes a big, that was an incredible run by Brookmeyer and the 2 Chevys. Eight laps to go. Still anyone's race. John Fieldley, though, with that penalty. I'm not sure if he still has served his penalty or not, but we will just have to find out and see. As now it is these 3 that will run that lead. Carter Brookmeyer into the bumper of John Waite and the number 1 Chevy Goodwrench. And the rest of the pack might actually start losing on this draft if they are not quick enough. That is Kelly Walton in the back. Walton today having a little bit of a struggle on finding his pace. Comet Motorsports trying to get a run on these top 3 with just 6 laps to go. And Brookmeyer is just going to continue to ride that bumper, trying to find a way. Brookmeyer tries to go high. Jaden is already there as a beautiful run by Common Motorsports down the outside. They bang doors and they get turned. Oh my goodness. And that will be, once again, another caution. As Carter Brookmeyer, a late block. He tried to back out of it, but it is too late, and he is going to clip the rear of Jaden Newson. And that will be the 4th caution of the race. Wow. Let's take a look at
Pace car turn 2, just for everyone to know.
that replay.
Sorry, Jaden. I tried stardrafting you, and then it just stuck me right up into you.
There's the apology.
I hope you can accept my apology here.
Yes, let's take a look at that. Brookmeyer just into the back
Awkward
rear of Jaden
silence.
Newson. That is just, oh, unfortunate for everyone, really. As those Chevys that were having a good run, now they're gonna have to go back and do that process all over again with this restart. And that is just unfortunate on Brookmeyer's part, because he did try, by the looks of things, he did try to back out of it, just did not have enough, wasn't in time. And he is just gonna end up taking out Newson. Oh, wow. Will we see drivers coming into pit lane? Yes, we will. Brookmeyer and Newson both coming into the pits. Who will get it off this race off pit road? Between the 2 drivers. Still seeing who will come up first. And it will be Brookmeyer who comes out first and wins the race off pit road to stay in P6. So as we just arrived 3 to go, after this one, we will go 1 to green. So this might be some a NASCAR overtime. My goodness, what a race this has been. Some wrecks here and there that have caused a lot of havoc for these drivers. And it is still anyone's race. As we will now begin the 1 to green, so this will most likely be shake and bake overtime. So will we see overtime here?
I'm so sorry.
Oh boy. What happened there?
Carter, I don't know what the hell you were doing, bro.
Carter
Pay
once
attention,
again
I'm checking up for
involved
the
in it.
field.
Bro, you were just waving back and forth.
And we will have that under investigation. Oh boy, that is...
What are you doing?
Hold on. Turning your issue. Hold up on me.
We'll have that.
Oh, and that, they will definitely have a look at that. And that will definitely be a warning towards Carter Bruckmeyer.
Can we advance to 1 to go?
Can anybody tell if it's green light checkered or not?
And now apparently this will probably not be a green-white checker. This race might end under caution.
Yeah, no,
What
that's
has
the thing I'm
happened
saying.
here?
Like, Damon keeps pulling up, like, very, very close to the front.
So now we will check and see. Will this race...
The race will end under caution.
Let's go!
And the race, there it is confirmed. Race will end under caution. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yo, John, come on now.
Stop trying to get
A
P1.
controversial finish.
Why? Pull up.
As this race is gonna
Except for the one.
end under caution. And it is John Waite who is gonna win this race under the yellow flag. Unbelievable.
Hell yeah, good race, boys.
Wow.
Go me. Yeah, glad you gave me a call, Carter.
Unbelievable.
Me too.
Race control says no overtime, and we ended under caution. John Waite, Indy #1 Chevy, sponsored by Good Wrench, in a controversial finish. What might be a controversial finish will be your Heat Race 2 winner.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Wow. no one was expecting the race to end like that. John Waite. Unbelievable. Carter Brookmeyer finishing P2. He will have the fastest lap of the session, so he will gain the bonus point. Kelly Walton P3. John Fieldley P4. Damon Murata P5. Wow. A finish that I believe no one was expecting. That is just unreal. On how this race went down. As we will pull up here the results. Here are the results of this race. John Waite, your winner here at Daytona for the preseason heat race. A controversial finish, but wow, that is just unreal. As these were the points before, there is the points, the updated standings for this race. Carter Brookmeyer still in the lead with 10 points. John Waite improves to 5. Carter Brookmeyer with 4 points for P2. An extra point for the fastest lap of the race. Jaden Newson tied in P3 with Kelly Walton. And then it is a three-way tie between Joshua Vickery, Gino Zito, and John Fieldley with 2. And Damon Murata, who failed to score at last race, he gets 1 point there on the board for him to enjoy in the championship standings. Let's take a look here. Joshua Vickery, let's try and get some interviews here, talk with some of these drivers. Wow. That is just unreal. Joshua, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty. Joshua, that is a pretty great race for you. You lost us, you run a good race, but you still didn't make it in the points, just a little bit short. Was this what you wanted? Are you happy with the result? It's a little bit frustrating, but talk me through what happened on this race.
Well, honestly, we're there at the end. We were all told to pull in the pit. So I should have finished in third, but for some reason we were all told that we were going into the pits there on that final lap before we crossed the checkered.
Oh, really?
Yes. So I'm kind of confused as to what just happened there at the finish.
What are your thoughts on that race finish? Obviously, a controversial finish with finishing this race under the yellow flag, but how do you feel about that?
It was a little hectic out there today.
It was. Well, thank you for your time. Hopefully some improvement Tuesday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the Daytona 250. Thank you for your time and wishing you nothing but the best for next race.
Thank you, buddy.
Alrighty, let's see. Try and get other people here. Carter Brookmeyer. Can you hear us?
Yep, sure can.
Alrighty, Carter Brookmeyer, a P2 finish for you, getting yourself 4 points, and not only that, but an extra point with that fastest lap of the race, a 46.79. How do you feel about still holding the championship lead with 10 points going into Daytona 250?
I feel great about it. I mean, my team's gonna be way ahead. I'm way ahead. It's just gonna be awesome to think about it. And going into Daytona, it's gonna be fun.
That's a great performance. Now, you had a little bit of struggles there. Obviously, you got warning from race control with toying with Jaden Newson under caution. And also some struggles with your teammate Gino Zito not being able to help you during the race. How did you overcome those challenges and still finishing in a good position?
First of all, I don't think anyone on our team right now is happy with any of the Fords. I mean, I've not really done much with Damon, but I got problems with Jaden. A lot of people, I don't remember who, but I think it's John and Josh got into each other at some point, and yeah, us and Fords. JJ is just being JJ out there. He's just trying to master himself with it in a Chevy.
Alrighty. Do you think this will spark up even more the rivalry that you had with Jaden Newson going into the Daytona 250?
Well, I wanted to make it friendship back together, but obviously that was kind of a bad situation there, and still willing to apologize to him, and if he apologizes to me back, but otherwise it's just his team, just like he said about my team. Just both teams, we gotta try to find a way to work together and stop wrecking each other.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you nothing but the best going into Daytona.
Yep. Thank you.
Alrighty, let's try and get Jaden Newson in here in the commentating booth. Hello, Jaden, are you there?
I am. How you doing?
Pretty good, thank you for asking. Jaden, you led a lot of the race, and just unfortunately, in that controversial finish under caution, you miss out on the points. How do you feel about your performance tonight?
Well, I think our Comet Motorsports Ford Mustang, the number 78, Can Racing, ASL, it was a beautiful machine, super fast, fastest car out there. My teammates did an amazing job. We worked together, and I feel like we just get absolutely wrecked, just straight out wrecked by the Toyotas and Chevys. They work together, and they don't know how to drive. Carter is an absolute maniac on the track, can't hold a straight line. Wrecked me twice under caution. He spun me from the lead towards the end of the race, and then he comes and chirps my team like we did nothing. We just ran our race. I think it was not fair and not clean.
Yeah, that was going to be one of my next questions. Obviously, talking there with Carter Brookmeyer, a lot of issues with you and him on the track, and him blaming your team. How do you feel about those comments, and how do you feel this will spark up going into the Daytona 250?
I'm thinking that I'm not apologizing for anything, as he said. I don't know if he's gonna apologize to me. He can apologize to me because I didn't do anything. Is what I'm saying. I think if he keeps it up, I don't care what he says. I'm gonna wreck him. Like I don't know what to say. Gonna keep ruining my race and my team's race. Like I can't afford it.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you the best at Daytona on Tuesday.
Thank you, Dwayne.
Yep. Alright, let's try and get here Gino Zito into the booth. Gino, can you hear us?
Yes, sir, I can.
Alrighty, you had a lot of good performance last heat race, finishing at P4 after the post race review. Unfortunately, you got involved in that wreck and just not finishing the race with a DNF. How do you feel about your race performance tonight?
Well, I feel like the number 11 car could definitely put up those 50 laps and even 6,000 if we put it up to it. But it comes down to the end of it. Number 51 made a stupid mistake, a stupid decision, came into me and forced me into the wall and in my race. When Jaden says his team is racing clean, not true. I got out of the race because of number 51. Nobody else's fault.
Alrighty, so now, after the interviews with Brugmeyer and Newson, obviously, a lot of tension between the Fords at Comet Motorsports and the Toyotas at Badass Racing. How do you feel about that? And do you think, this can lead to a lot of track tension going into the Daytona 250? So, how do you feel about that, and how do you think your team will handle that?
Honestly, I don't. It's not going to affect the way I race. I mean, I'm just going to race more harder and work for the win. I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day. We're all here to win and get the points. So we're just going to have to keep doing what we're doing. If we have to race harder and start wrecking more, it's going to happen. But it's going to happen.
Alrighty, we'll take a look at that and we'll see how your team performs and how you do well. Wishing you nothing but the best at Daytona on Tuesday.
Thank you, Dwayne. You too.
Yep. Alrighty, so it appears that will be it. Actually, we have some people here trying to come in. There's Carter Brookmeyer.
I just wanted to say a couple things about Jaden. I was willing to be nice. I was willing to play it nice. He wants to wreck me and my team and say his team raced us clean. It's fine. We'll just race his team the same way as they race us. I even apologized. I tried to side draft him. My car sucked me into his car. I really didn't mean to do that. I was just trying to help us out on the bottom, and yeah, he just pull on took a chicken shit move at the end there, and it's just not cool.
Alrighty, thank you for your comment.
Yeah.
Alrighty, John Fieldley. See if we can get him up here in the booth. Fieldley, are you with us?
Heck yeah, brother.
Alrighty, John Fieldley, obviously missed out on Wednesday for the first heat race. Now coming into the second heat race, did you have any pressure at all, thinking I need to score some points to try and get ahead in this championship standings?
Yes, I was at home. I was thinking about that heat race that I missed. I just wanted to see if I can get myself on the leaderboard. My family was watching the race today, and I don't think they were too proud about my race today because I just didn't feel like I did it right today. I'm a home track.
Yeah, you got a P4 finish. That is 2 points towards your standings, and you are in a three-way tie for, I believe it was P4. How do you feel about your performance going into the Daytona 250 at Tuesday?
I would just say this is a really good practice race. I had some ups and downs. I'm still down because I feel like I didn't perform well on the cautions. Like how I hit. I think it was Jaden or something on the caution. I just didn't have enough time to brake there, and I didn't see him braking. That was my fault. But I feel like I let myself down in this race. But I'm gonna hope I have some luck coming into the Daytona 250.
Alrighty, thank you for your time. Wishing you and your team at Vibes Motorsports nothing but the best going into the Daytona 250.
Thank you, man.
Yep. See if we can get here Joshua Vickery once again. See if he wants to comment on any of the interviews. Josh?
Yeah, I would just like to apologize to Gino. I caught a little piece of the infield grass there, and it shot me up onto the track, and I did get into the side of him and take him out. I believe it was lap 12, and I just don't want any bad blood with Gino. I just want him to know that I do apologize for that. That was my fault.
Alrighty, thank you for your comment. Hopefully that gets through Gino Zito, and the beef is settled between those two going into the Daytona 250. But that appears to be it for today. Thank you all the drivers for coming into this race. A great heat race that it was, and a great lead on going into Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is the Daytona 250 for the official round number 1 of the Shake and Bake Kickoff season. We would like to thank every single one of you for joining into the broadcast. Props to all the drivers for an amazing race. Thank you all for tuning in. This is where the broadcast will come to an end. This is Vibes checking out, and we will see you all at Tuesday on the official Shake and Bake Racing League YouTube channel. If you have not already done so, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of the action. And we will see you Tuesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the Daytona 250, the official round number 1. So signing off, and we will see you for the next broadcast.